Welcome back to the channel. I'm OzChris and I'm here with more news coming out of the world of comic books. So let's get started with Marvel cancelling yet another series. Strikeforce, a team comprised of Blade, Angela, Spider-Woman, Wiccan, Winter Soldier, Monica Rambeau, and Damon Hellstrom, which launched in the aftermath of War of the Realms and was created to fight dark and supernatural threats, has been cancelled. The series' final issue will be in issue number 9 in August, which is the culmination of their story arc on Monster Island. The now cancelled 10th issue was set to be an Empire tie-in, meaning that not only has Marvel cancelled another series, but has cancelled yet again another Empire tie-in. Rorschach may have spoken the truth, but he wasn't a hero. Tom King will be writing a Rorschach series. Set 35 years after the end of the original Watchmen series, the 12-issue Rorschach series opens up with a world which has distrust in superheroes, but celebrates Rorschach as a cultural icon due to his actions in Watchmen. The synopsis reads, "So what does it mean when Rorschach reappears as part of a pair of assassins trying to kill the first candidate to oppose President Robert Redford in decades? Follow one determined detective as he walks backward in time, uncovering identities and motives of the would-be killers, taking him deep into a dark conspiracy of alien invasions, disgraced do-gooders, mystical visions, and yes, comic books." King himself describes his new series as a very political work, similar to the HBO Watchmen TV series and the original comic book, adding that it's an angry work. We're so angry all the time, we have to do something with that anger. It's called Rorschach not because of the character Rorschach, but because what you see in these characters tells you more about yourself than about them. Rorschach number 1 will be released on October 13 as part of DC's Black Label, and King will be joined by artist Jorge Fornes and colorist Dave Stewart. And it looks like Marvel might not be done with events, as a new series titled Dark Ages has been set up in the pages of Free Comic Book Day X-Men number 1. In the preview, Iron Man and Pepper Potts are dealing with a mysterious phenomenon that attacks New York City, which seems to cause earthquakes and electronic disruptions, the latter of which causes Iron Man's armor to shut off, leading him to be sucked into a jet engine, losing a leg, and falling thousands of feet. Geez, not a good day for Iron Man. As Iron Man tries to call for Captain America and the Avengers, he is cut off by the electronic disruptions, and he is found by Pepper Potts, who remarks, "Dark. It's all gone dark. Forever." Dark Ages will be written by Tom Taylor, art by Ivan Coelho, and coloring by Brian Reber. As of recording, there is no other information about Dark Ages that has come out, and whether this will be just its own standalone thing, whether will be an event, we don't know. And if you recall, I talked about Boom Studios relaunching and announcing 2 new Power Rangers series, one of which was just called Mighty Morphin. Now the second series has been announced, and I'll let you guess what it's called. The first series is already the hint, Mighty Morphin. So what's the second one called? It's just called Power Rangers. So spitting out of necessary evil, the Omega Rangers, which are comprised of the original red, black, and yellow Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Jason, Zach, and Trini, will lead their own series. Written by Ryan Parrott and art by Francesco Mortarino, the former states that the Omega Rangers gives us a chance to fully explore it being the comic book universe of Power Rangers, beyond the confines of the show. Not only can we add more heroes and villains, but we can also bring in elements from future seasons viewed through the lens of familiar characters. Power Rangers will put the Omega Rangers against a mysterious cosmic menace with the help of an unexpected ally, the villainous Lord Drakon, whose true intentions remain unknown after his return at the end of the Necessary Evil story arc. Power Rangers number 1 will launch alongside Mighty Morphin number 1 in November, with more details, art, and plot to be revealed at the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers panel at Boom's Comic Con International San Diego online event on July 25th. October is the month of spooky and horror and creatures and monsters, and there's no better time for a title such as American Vampire to return in said month. Scott Snyder and Raphael Albuquerque return with American Vampire 1976, a 9-issue series that plays on the turmoil and anxiousness during the United States bicentennial. The description reads, "Skinner Sweet has exhausted all efforts to regain his lost immortality. With his powers and purpose gone, he is now determined to go out with a bang. At a seedy motorcycle rally in the desert where Skinner's close than ever to his death wish, Pearl Jones and a shocking partner track him down for one last desperate mission. The force known as the Great Traitor and its minions are tunneling through the bowels of the world to unleash hell on Earth, just in time for America's bicentennial. With a catastrophe looming, it's up to Skinner and Pearl to reconcile and change the course of history or die trying. Snyder and Albuquerque will be joined by colorist Dave McGeig, and the series will debut on October 20 as part of DC's Black Label. And Usagi Yojimbo will receive its own Netflix animated series. Titled Samurai Rabbit: The Usagi Chronicles, the animated series will tell a new story set in the same universe as the comic. Following the teen rabbit Yuichi, the descendant of the great samurai and star of the comics, Miyamoto Usagi, as Yuichi attempts to live up to the family legacy. He's joined in his journeys by a roguish bounty hunter, a cunning ninja, an acrobatic pickpocket, and a faithful pet lizard. Comic creator Stan Sakai will serve as an executive producer of the series, alongside the Conjuring Universe's producer James Wan. As of recording, an announced release date has yet to be revealed. The Chosen One. Badass Assassin. Now, comic book writer? That's right, Fortnite's Keanu Reeves will be joining writer Matt Kindt and artist Alessandro Vitti in a 12-issue limited series called Berserker. Described as an action-packed and hyper-violent series, Berserker is the story of a warrior that has lived for centuries and looks surprisingly like a certain beloved actor, wink wink, who is currently in hiding in the US and does dangerous jobs for the government in exchange for the truth about his existence. The series will be published by Boom Studios and will debut in October. Wow, there's definitely a lot of stuff coming out in October. I'll tell you what, but of the things that I've talked about that are coming out in October, probably this one. I'll check this one out. Keanu Reeves, fuck yeah, man, fuck yeah, Keanu Reeves. I'll definitely pick it. I'll give issue number 1 a go. We'll see. Let's see if Fortnite's John Wick has some comic book talent. But that is it for all the news coming out of the comic book world recently. I've been OzChris. You can follow me on all my social medias. You can check me out on twitch.tv/OzChris774. And I will see you all in the next one.